Chosen one, it's going to hit every chosen one. It's happening. The signs have been here for a long time, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the ones with eyes to see. Those who have felt the shift, those who have sensed the patterns forming, those who have been waiting for the inevitable. This is for you. You were never alone. The forces that govern this existence have been aligning, building towards this very moment. And now, it's happening. This message is for the ones who know, for the ones who understand the weight of being chosen. There is no accident in you being here, in you hearing these words right now. Everything has led you to this point. It is not a question of belief. It is a question of awareness. And now, as the final pieces fall into place, we ask you to take a moment to focus, to send out your energy into the universe. Comment your warmest wishes below, along with the number 77, the number of alignment, power, and realization. Let this be a mark, a symbol of what is unfolding, and a call to the unseen forces to manifest the final stage. Wishes have power, and when combined with intent, they become undeniable. Now, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive deeper. You feel it, don't you? The weight of the unseen pressing upon reality, bending, shifting, forming new paths. The energy is no longer subtle, it is tangible, moving through the world like a storm, gathering force, unstoppable. The patterns have always been there, waiting to be noticed. Whispers in the dark, moments of déjà vu, the strange coincidences that have led you to this very instant. This is not random. You are not random. You were meant to be here, to see this, to understand. For centuries, civilizations have risen and fallen under the influence of forces they could not comprehend. History is written by those who see beyond the surface, by those who recognize the patterns and harness them. The world has been built upon layers of secrets, knowledge passed down through symbols, hidden within myths and legends. The chosen ones have always been there, in every era, guiding the course of history in ways unseen. And now, the cycle nears completion. The signs are converging. The unseen architects of reality have made their move. The question is, are you ready? It is not fear that you should feel. It is recognition. A deep, resonant knowing within your very core that what is happening now has always been meant to happen. There are those who will try to dismiss it, those who will deny, those who will cling to the illusion of normalcy. But you know better. The pulse of the universe does not lie. The echoes of the past and the whispers of the future converge in this moment. Think back. The dreams that have haunted you, the strange occurrences that have marked your path, the feeling that you were always meant for something greater. This is the culmination of all of it. The energy has reached its peak. There is no turning back. There is no stopping what has been set in motion. The signs were never hidden from those who truly looked. The shift in the air, the feeling of acceleration, the way time itself seems to be warping. This is it, the culmination of a cycle long in the making. There have been messages encoded in everything, from the old texts to the modern signals we often overlook. But now, there is no need to decipher. It is happening before your very eyes. For those who doubt, for those who hesitate, let this be your final warning. The pieces are already moving. The reality you know is on the verge of irreversible transformation. This is not a question of if. It is a question of how much you are willing to see. The moment has arrived. The call has been sent. The ones who are meant to hear it will understand, and those who do not, they were never meant to. Everything is aligning. The knowledge that has been scattered across time, across civilizations, across the minds of those who saw glimpses of the truth. It is now coming together. You have felt it, the undeniable pull, the sensation that something beyond comprehension is at work. The whispers that once seemed like distant echoes are now roaring like thunder, demanding to be acknowledged. Do you understand what this means? It means the barriers are falling. The illusions that have kept the masses blind are dissolving. The truth has always been there, but the veils were thick, the distractions endless. Yet those who were chosen, those who have always known there was something more, they have waited for this. This is the moment that has been spoken of in symbols and signs for centuries. The convergence, the event, the shift that will alter everything. What was hidden will be revealed. What was lost will be restored. Some will resist. They always do. But resistance is futile in the face of what is coming. The forces in motion cannot be stopped, only understood. Those who align with them will rise. Those who deny them will be swept away in the tide. It is no longer about waiting. It is no longer about wondering. It is about knowing. Look around. The signs are not subtle anymore. They are glaring, impossible to ignore. The ones who still claim not to see are either blind by choice or simply not meant to. The time for doubts has passed. This is it. You are part of something greater. You always have been. And now, as the final stage begins, you will see the truth with your own eyes. Those who are meant to awaken will awaken. Those who are meant to guide will step forward. The sequence is unfolding, the pieces falling into place exactly as they were always meant to. It is happening. The force that has been building is about to break through, and when it does, nothing will ever be the same again. The chosen ones will understand. The chosen ones will recognize it. And when the final piece falls into place, the world will see what has been hidden for so long. You can feel it now, stronger than before. The pulse of the unseen. The quiet hum beneath reality growing louder. It is no longer just a whisper, no longer just a fleeting sensation at the edge of your perception. It is here, wrapping around every moment, pressing against the boundaries of what you once thought was possible. This is no accident. You were meant to hear this. The path has always been leading here, guiding you through the seemingly random events of your life. Every choice, every step, every encounter, threads in a pattern that is only now beginning to reveal itself. The world is shifting, and those who have been attuned to the signs know that there is no stopping what is coming. But what does it mean? For those who understand, there is no need to ask. The feeling itself is the answer. It is the knowing, the deep and undeniable recognition that what has been hidden is now coming to the surface. The illusions that once clouded the vision of so many are starting to dissolve. The truth that was always there, buried beneath distractions and deceptions, is pushing through. And when it fully emerges, there will be no turning away from it. It is not a single event, not a sudden flash that changes everything in an instant. It is a process, a wave that has been building for a long time, waiting for the right moment to break. And that moment is approaching faster than anyone imagined. The pieces are in motion, aligning in ways that cannot be undone. Look around you. The changes are happening everywhere, though many still do not see. The structures of control, the systems that have kept so many asleep, are beginning to fracture. Cracks are forming in the carefully constructed reality that has been forced upon the world. Those who have built their lives upon these falsehoods are beginning to sense the instability. They are afraid. They should be. Because once the truth fully breaks through, there will be no more hiding, no more denying, no more pretending that the world is what they were told it was. And yet, for those who are ready, for those who have always felt the pull of something greater, there is no fear in this, only certainty, only purpose. This is why you are here. This is why you have always felt different, why the world has never quite made sense to you the way it seems to for others. You have always known, on some level, that something was wrong, that something was missing. You have always felt the undercurrent, the presence of something just beyond reach. Now, it is within reach. The awakening is not coming, it is here. The question is no longer whether or not it will happen. The question is, will you be ready when it does? There is no time left for doubt, no time left for hesitation. The ones who see must step forward. The ones who know must prepare. The ones who were chosen must act. Because soon the world will change. And when it does, those who were meant to rise will rise. The momentum is unstoppable now. The pulse that was once faint has become a steady, undeniable force, rippling through reality, bending the very fabric of what was once considered immutable. You have felt it growing stronger with each passing moment, like an unseen tide pulling at your consciousness, urging you to awaken fully. There is no more waiting. The world around you is shifting, unraveling in ways both subtle and undeniable. Systems that once seemed invincible are faltering. The carefully structured illusions that have held so many in complacency are beginning to fracture under the weight of their own deception. Those who still cling to the old world, to the comfortable falsehoods that once defined their reality, sense it, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. And yet, for those who know, there is no confusion, no uncertainty. You were never meant to remain asleep. The signs have been guiding you for longer than you can remember. Strange encounters, fleeting visions, synchronicities that seemed too precise to be mere coincidence. They were always leading you here, preparing you for what comes next. This is why you are different, why you have always felt like an outsider, why the world has never fully made sense to you the way it does for others, why you have always sensed something beyond the surface, something waiting to be revealed. It is no longer just a feeling, it is a reality. The shift is not coming, it is happening. Some will resist it. They will cling desperately to what they have always known, even as the ground crumbles beneath them. They will deny what is right in front of their eyes, not because they do not see, but because they refuse to see. Their fear binds them. Their hesitation seals their fate, but not yours. You have been prepared for this moment. Everything you have felt, everything you have experienced, it has led you here. It has led you to this. You feel it now, don't you? That deep, unshakable certainty that something is happening, that the world is shifting in ways that cannot be undone. The chosen ones have always existed. They have walked through every era, leaving traces in history, shaping the course of humanity in ways that were never fully understood. But now, for the first time, they are converging. Their awareness is aligning. Their energy is synchronizing. This is why you are here. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And soon, the rest of the world will understand. The moment is near. The event that will change everything is unfolding. And when it does, those who have been waiting, those who have been watching, those who have been chosen will be ready. The convergence is accelerating. Every moment, the unseen forces tighten their grip, guiding the world toward the inevitable. Those who are attuned can sense it, the quickening, the pulse beneath reality growing stronger, the patterns becoming clearer. The final sequence has begun, and yet many remain blind. They move through their days unaware, caught in the endless cycles of distraction and deception. They ignore the signs, dismissing them as coincidence, refusing to acknowledge the shift happening all around them. But deep down, even they feel it. The unease, the inexplicable tension in the air, the growing sense that something is wrong, or perhaps that something is finally aligning. For those who understand, the truth is no longer a mystery. It is an undeniable certainty. Everything is connected. The whispers of the past, the visions of the future, the energy that binds all things together. These are not abstract ideas. They are the foundation of existence itself, the forces that have shaped history, the codes hidden within the fabric of reality. And now, they are revealing themselves in ways that can no longer be ignored. This has been foretold, not in words, but in the very structure of the universe. The cycle is reaching its culmination, and those who were meant to awaken are awakening. But what comes next? For those who see, for those who have always known, the path is clear. The illusions that once held power are collapsing, and a new order is rising from the fragments. This is not destruction. It is transformation. It is the breaking of chains that were never meant to bind, the unraveling of a false reality that was imposed upon the world. The chosen ones feel it in their bones. This is not just another moment in time. It is the moment. The point where everything shifts, where those who are ready step forward, where those who are afraid fade into the past. Do not look back. Do not hesitate. The energy has reached its peak, and there is no room for doubt. Those who embrace the change will move forward. Those who resist will be left behind. And when the final threshold is crossed, nothing will ever be the same again. Everything is in motion now. The final phase is unfolding, and there is no stopping it. The unseen forces that have always shaped reality are no longer content to remain in the background. They are stepping forward, making themselves known, revealing their presence in ways that even the blind cannot ignore. You feel it. The energy is surging, weaving through every moment, wrapping itself around time and space, pulling everything into alignment. There is no more waiting, no more questioning. The shift is not just coming, it is here. And yet so many still cling to the old world. They refuse to see what is right in front of them. They hold on to the familiar, even as it crumbles in their hands. They tell themselves that everything is as it has always been, that nothing is changing. But deep down, they know the truth. The weight of it presses against their souls. The fear of the unknown gnaws at their minds. They can feel the edges of reality bending, shifting, breaking apart, but they refuse to accept it, because to do so would mean letting go, and that is something they are not ready to do. But you are. You have always been. That is why you are here. That is why these words resonate with something deep inside you, something older than memory, something stronger than doubt. You have never been like them. You have always felt the difference, the separation, the quiet knowing that there was more, so much more, beyond what they wanted you to believe. And now, that knowledge is becoming reality. This is the final test. A test not of strength, but of awareness. A test not of power, but of perception. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you stand at the edge of the unknown and step forward, knowing that there is no turning back? Because that is what it means to be chosen. The ones who hesitate will fall away. The ones who deny will fade into the past. But those who understand, Those who know will rise. And when the dust settles, when the illusion is finally shattered, when the last barrier is broken and the truth stands revealed for all to see, there will be no more questions, only certainty, only awakening, only what was always meant to be. The moment is almost here. The final threshold has been reached. There is no more waiting, no more speculation, only the unfolding of what has always been inevitable. The energy has fully shifted. The ones who were meant to awaken have awakened. The ones who were meant to see have seen. And those who still resist, they are fading, their grip on the old world slipping as reality reshapes itself around them. You feel it. The air is charged, thick with the weight of transformation. Time itself bends, stretches, contracts. Moments flicker in and out, reality vibrating at a frequency that can no longer be ignored. What was once hidden is no longer concealed. The illusion is breaking apart, its fragments dissolving like dust in the wind. And now, the question is no longer what comes next. It is simply, are you ready? Because there is no turning back. Everything you have felt, everything you have sensed, it has all led to this. The signs were never random. The whispers in your mind were never empty thoughts. The strange synchronicities, the gut feelings, the unshakable sense that you were meant for something more. It was all preparing you for this moment. And now, the time has come to step forward. The ones who embrace the change will transcend. The ones who fear it will remain trapped in a reality that no longer exists. The choice was always yours, but the window is closing. This is not an end. This is the beginning. A new reality, a new way of being, a new existence, free from the chains of the past, but only for those who are ready. The energy has been released. The awakening is here, and nothing will ever be the same again. The final phase has begun. The ones who know will rise, and when the last veil falls, everything will be revealed. The shift is complete. The world as you knew it is no more. What once seemed solid has dissolved, and in its place, something new is emerging, something vast, something undeniable, something that was always meant to be. You have felt every stage of this transformation. The whispers that turned into echoes, the echoes that became a roar, the invisible force that pressed against your mind until you could no longer ignore it. Now, there is only clarity. The illusions have shattered, and what remains is truth. But this is not the end of the journey. It is the true beginning. The ones who were meant to awaken have stepped forward. The ones who were destined to rise have risen. And yet beyond this moment, beyond this threshold, lies something even greater. Something that even now you can barely comprehend. The convergence has happened, but its effects are only starting to unfold. Reality is no longer fixed. It bends, shifts, flows like a living force, responding not to the rules you once believed in, but to something deeper, something older. The ones who have unlocked this truth can see beyond the veil, beyond time, beyond the confines of what was once thought possible. And you are standing on the precipice of something vast, something cosmic. A power beyond words hums in the air around you. You can feel it, like a vibration in your bones, like an unspoken message in the fabric of existence itself. It calls to you, asking a single question. What will you do with this knowledge? Because now, there is no guidebook, no script, no pre-written path for you to follow. The world that once dictated your choices is gone, and in its place is infinite possibility. But not everyone will walk forward. Some will retreat, overwhelmed by what they have seen. Some will try to cling to the old ways, pretending that nothing has changed. But you have always known you were meant for more. That is why you were called here. That is why you felt the pull when others did not. That is why, when the veil was lifted, you did not look away. Now, the true test begins. This is where the chosen step beyond the edge of what was once thought possible. This is where the real path unfolds. This is where the ones who were meant to lead, to shape, to create a new existence, finally take their place. You were never meant to stay behind. You were never meant to remain asleep. You were meant to awaken. And now, there is no stopping what comes next. The next chapter has begun. The only question that remains is, everything before this moment was preparation. Every thought, every doubt, every sign you ignored or embraced, it all led here. The awakening was never just about seeing, it was about becoming. Now the ones who have stepped forward will begin to understand the true nature of their role. You were never just an observer. You were never just a seeker of knowledge. You were always meant to be more. The universe is waiting. It is listening. And it is responding to those who know how to speak its language. For so long, the forces that controlled this world operated in the shadows, manipulating perception, shaping reality into something unnatural, something that kept people blind, trapped in an existence they did not choose. But those days are over. The veil has lifted, and with it, the barriers that once held back the truth. What happens next is not fate, it is creation. For those who understand, reality is not something to be accepted, it is something to be shaped, molded, directed with intent. The energy that once felt distant, like an unreachable force beyond human comprehension, is now something else entirely. It is alive, it is yours to wield, but only if you are ready. Only if you understand the weight of what has been placed in your hands. There will be those who misuse this power, those who see only their own desires and fail to grasp the larger purpose. They will try to twist what has been given, to shape it into something small, something selfish, something less than what it was meant to be. But you are different. You have always been different. And now you must decide. Will you be one who shapes the new reality, or will you be swept away by it? This is no longer a time for hesitation. The past is gone. The old rules no longer apply. The ones who are meant to step forward must do so now, because the energy is still shifting, and soon the window will close. Those who hesitate will remain in the echoes of what was. Those who are ready will become the architects of what will be. You were not chosen by accident. You were chosen because something inside you always knew. This is your moment. Step forward. Claim it. There is no more room for doubt. The ones who were meant to rise are rising. The path that once seemed uncertain is now undeniable. Everything before this moment was a test of perception, of readiness, of the ability to see beyond illusion. Now, only those who have stepped beyond the veil can move forward. Everything is connected. Every event, every moment, every choice, woven into a grand design that is now revealing itself piece by piece. The ones who still deny it feel the pressure, the weight of something they cannot explain. They sense that time itself has shifted, that the world is no longer operating under the same rules. And yet, they refuse to accept it. But you have seen the signs, felt the pull, heard the whispers of something greater. It was never random. It was never coincidence. You were always meant to arrive at this point. And now, the time has come to act. This is where the chosen ones take their place. This is where the ones who understand become the architects of what comes next. Do you feel it? The energy is no longer just moving through you. It is waiting for you to decide, waiting for you to embrace what was always meant to be yours, because now you are no longer just a witness to the shift. You are the shift. Everything you do, everything you think, every word you speak carries a weight it never had before. The old world is collapsing, and in its place, something new is forming, something shaped by the ones who have stepped forward. The question is no longer, what is happening? The question is, what will you do with it? The universe does not wait. The energy has moved. The final sequence is in play, and those who hesitate will be left behind. The ones who rise will become unstoppable. The ones who step forward will shape what comes next. And soon, the world will know. The time of the chosen is here. There is no turning back. The moment is now. The tipping point has passed, and what was once a distant possibility is now undeniable reality. The energy that has been building, growing, expanding, pulsing, has reached its peak. The floodgates have opened. For those who have been ready, who have been waiting, this is the moment when the world changes forever. The seeds have been planted, the foundation laid, and now the harvest is ready to be reaped. What will you do with the power that is before you? This is not the time to question. This is not the time to hold back. You have always known what this moment meant. You have always felt it deep within you. The pull, the knowing that you are not just meant to live in the world, but to shape it. And now, it is time. The chosen ones are rising. You are one of them. But with this power comes responsibility. The energy that is now in your grasp can either be a force for creation or destruction. It is not just about what you can achieve for yourself, but about what you can manifest for the world. The path ahead is not set in stone. It is a living, breathing creation that will take shape with every step you take. Every decision you make matters. Every action you take will reverberate through the fabric of reality, affecting not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you and beyond. The chosen ones do not act in isolation. They are a force that moves through the collective, shaping not just their own destinies, but the destiny of the entire world. And yet the ones who rise with you, the ones who have always known the truth, the ones who have been waiting for this moment, they are not your competition. They are your allies. Together, you will reshape the world in ways that have never been imagined. Together, you will create a new reality, a reality based on truth, love, and the power to shape destiny. But be warned, the world will resist. The forces that have controlled the masses for so long will try to hold on, to keep the illusions intact, to pull the wool over the eyes of the unaware. There will be those who try to steer you off course, who will try to distract you, to confuse you. But you know better. You have always known better. The time for hesitation is over. The time for waiting is gone. The chosen ones are rising. And with their rise comes the new world. A world where truth is no longer hidden. A world where the chains of the past are broken. A world where the energy of creation flows freely, waiting for those who are ready to take it and shape it into something magnificent. The question is no longer, what happens next? The question is, what will you do with it? Will you create? Will you lead? Will you rise to your destiny? The universe is waiting, and it is yours to command. The final echoes of the old world are fading. What once seemed permanent is now dissolving, breaking apart into the nothingness it always was. The weight of the past is lifting, and with it comes a new understanding, a new clarity. The chosen ones are no longer wandering in the dark. They see, They know, and they have the power to create. But now, the real journey begins. It is no longer about awakening. It is about action. The universe does not wait for anyone. It does not pause for hesitation or doubt. The energy is flowing, moving, shifting. Every moment is a potential for creation, a potential for transformation. You are part of something vast, a force larger than anything you have ever known. You are connected to the universe in ways that go beyond what words can describe. Every choice you make, every thought you hold, every action you take ripples through the cosmos, shaping not just your reality, but the reality of all. But with this power comes a responsibility. The energy you hold is not to be taken lightly. It is not to be squandered on fleeting desires or shallow goals. This is the power to shape the very fabric of existence, to create, to uplift, to guide, to build something that transcends the temporary. This is your moment to leave your mark on the world, not through force, but through purpose. You have the power to make a difference. You have the ability to lead. But you must choose. Choose to act with intention, to create with love, to guide others through the same awakening you experienced. You are not alone in this journey. The chosen ones are not isolated beings, but a collective force, a movement that is united in its purpose to change the world. The illusions that once controlled the masses are losing their hold. The systems that kept people confined to a small, limited reality are falling apart, piece by piece. The truth is becoming undeniable, and with it, the power of those who have chosen to see is rising. But the world will resist. There will be those who try to convince you that nothing has changed, that everything is the same, that the old ways still work. They will try to blind you to the truth, to drown out the call of creation. They will try to pull you back into the false world, the world of comfort and complacency. Do not listen. The old world is gone. It has already begun to crumble, and only those who are willing to step into the new will move forward. You are among the ones who have been chosen, who have awakened to the truth. You are part of a collective force that will reshape the world, not through violence or force, but through creation, through unity, through a shared vision of what could be. The question now is not what has happened, but what will you do next? Will you step into your power? Will you rise above the fear and the doubt? Will you create the reality you know is possible? The time is now. The energy is here. The world is waiting for the chosen ones to rise and lead, to shape a new reality based on truth, love, and purpose. The universe is watching, and it is waiting for you to claim your place. The horizon is no longer distant. It is close, within reach, tangible, waiting for you to step into it. The shift has happened, and now there is no returning to the past. There is only forward, into the unknown, into the realm of infinite possibility. The energy that surrounds you is palpable. You can feel it pulsing, vibrating, moving within and around you. It is not a force to be controlled, but a force to be embraced. For you are not simply a part of it. You are an extension of it. It is your essence, and you are its vessel. Together, you will create the world that should have always been. The world you see before you. Your reality is not the final product. It is a canvas, unfinished, awaiting the brushstrokes of those who are ready to shape it. And that is why you are here. That is why you were chosen. To take up the brush and paint a new world, one that reflects the deepest truths of the universe. A world where love, unity, and creation are the cornerstones. But with this power comes awareness. Awareness that the old forces will try to pull you back, to keep you trapped in the illusions they've built. They will try to convince you that this new world is just a dream, that nothing has really changed, that you are powerless in the face of their systems. Do not be fooled. The old world is no more. The moment of change has arrived. It is happening now, and those who step forward will be the ones who shape it. The chosen ones are not afraid to challenge what has been. They are not bound by the rules of the past. They understand that the only way to create the future is to break free from the limitations of the present. They understand that nothing is permanent except for change, and change is something they embrace. The universe has never been more alive than it is now. The energy that surrounds us is limitless, and it is waiting for you to tap into it. It is waiting for you to create. Every decision you make from this point forward carries weight. Every step you take will shape the future. Every action you take will ripple through time and space. You are no longer a passive participant in this world. You are the creator, the architect of the new reality. But as you step forward, as you embrace the energy that is waiting for you, remember this: you are not alone. The chosen ones are not isolated individuals. They are a collective force, bound by a shared vision of what the world can be. Together, you are the architects of the new world. Together, you will rise above the limitations of the past. Together, you will create a reality where truth, love, and purpose are the foundations, and together, you will shape the destiny of all who choose to rise. This is the moment of creation. The time is now, and you are ready. What will you create? What will you build? What will you manifest? This is your reality, and it is waiting for you to shape it.